On Monday, September 28th, I was given an amazing gift by Sue of a weekend in the Keys. I secured all the animals, Opie in his pirate ship, Pouncy in his cupboard, Benjamin in his bed, and Madison looked up, didn't see, for a moment as I was preparing to head out for a week in Key Largo. My car was packed. I was picking up Keeney. We were packing up our bikes because we were going to do some riding. We were headed down and the rainbow was right there with us. When we arrived in Key Largo, it had this beautiful scene. Cats were there to greet us and the moon was high. It was gorgeous. This was a little lagoon where we could have parties and there were little animals all there to welcome us. The sun was setting. This was Monday night. It was gorgeous. We headed out very early, 5 a.m. to Key West the next morning. We had our bikes packed. We were going to do some riding and exploring. Keeney had never been to Key West before. Been a while for me. The cruise ship was in port, so it was busy for a short while. They had little roosters running around. There was a big sponge monster at Mallory Park. And at 10 a.m. I was drinking a pina colada. How good could it get? Not much better, I don't think. The water was clear. We got back in time for Julia to arrive and Keeney to be in her little German outfit. Another spectacular sunset right at the end of the dock where our townhouse was. This was my room overlooking the bay every single morning. Julia and I went out exploring in Isla Mirada. Found a very cool mermaid gallery, and this was the local rain barrel where all the local crafters were. We had a candy cane with floating rum at the Lorelei, which everyone knows is where the mermaids hang out, and that's a giant mermaid. That night we went to the Isla Mirada fish house. There were tarpons in the bay, which they fed. This was our scene from our table. We had a great meal, but most of all, it was so quiet and peaceful. Key Largo was very, very quiet. Good time to go. I would strongly recommend it. There were beautiful little photo opportunities each of us took. Never know when you need a good shot. We went back and decided we were going to start working on the mermaid quilt, which was one of the gifts. Julia was doing some knitting, and Keeney and I were working hard at, we now see him as Frank. Frank was not an attractive mermaid, we decided. Even with a lot of hair, we decided to put it on me. That's my mermaid stance. We were putting a puzzle together as well that Mom sent. There's Julia with Frank again. This is the new mermaid's face, at least the head. Barbara and Sally arrived, and Frank was there to greet them. They were enjoying the balcony off of my place, and I had mermaids for everyone from the art gallery. One's painted on coconut. Sally became consumed with finishing the puzzle before we left for dinner. We stopped by the Rain Barrel, but unfortunately it was closed, so we went to Ann's Beach. They don't have a lot of beaches in the Keys, but this was a pretty one. Had a boardwalk and the water was warm and there were some pretty views. This was the night we were going to see a magnificent sunset. That was our goal. We stopped at the Isla Mirada fish house again and look at that sunset. It was spectacular. We all got pina colada or rum drinks or daiquiris, and we sat down in this luxurious place and watched the sun dip into the water. Magnificent. Now they have shark feeding, and really it's tarpon feeding, but the sharks came out in droves and they were incredible. This was a a little basin. We went to Bentley's for dinner, one of the restaurants Scott and I used to go to all the time in Island Mirada, one of my favorite places for dolphins on the weeds. That's a dolphin on a bed of cream spinach and artichokes. It's really good. This is the completed puzzle that Sally was proud of. Keeney made this adorable cupcake cake for me, and there's Serena. We decided to name her Serena. On Friday, it was swimming with the dolphins. Magnificent. You'll see more pictures. Leo, Alfonso, and Kimbit were the 3 dolphins that we swam with. Very cool. It was a natural swim, so they engaged with us. It was a really incredible weekend. Would not have been possible without a lot of help at home, as well as everyone that came out. Kimbo and Sue came the next night, but unfortunately my camera died. So these are all the photos for me. Thanks again. Love to all. Bye-bye.